like me and you have friends, parents, maybe a girlfriend, or any other sort of relationship with a person, right? That you want to help this person improve, this video is for you to be able to help them sooner and not make the mistakes that I made, to be able to learn the lesson more quickly. Because, frankly, my approach was this. Okay, hey, Will, you found something, and it's more or less always been this, except for the last 2 years. It was, oh, Will, when you find something good or you know something's healthy, okay, as soon as you find it, you need to try to get everybody else on it. And there are some things, don't get me wrong, that you can do that for. But especially the problem with friends and parents who have known you your whole life. You've heard me talk about basically having different levels of yourself. Like I bring it to the Iron Man example, how in the Iron Man movies, he had Iron Man Mark 1. I think by the end of it, it was like Iron Man Mark 40. If we do that same analogy with your age, aka I'm Will Mark 25 right now. The problem with friends, like longtime friends and parents, is they may know you as a completely different version of yourself that you currently are, especially if you're someone who spends a long time away from home or from environments with them. Maybe you're in university and you've had new learning since, and you could be Mark 22, but your parents, because the last time they had an extended period of time with you, they might view you and understand you as Mark 18. And so, yes, I know that can be extremely frustrating. But here's the thing. You will do generally very little to help them if you try to shove it down their throats and you try to get on them all the time and whatnot. Because this is, so many have said it, and I'm not going to be the last, but you all know probably the term of like woke or being woke, not in the woke leftist sense or whatever, but as in like, oh, I woke up, I'm awake, I know what's going on, I'm out of the matrix, whatever, I took the red pill. But what's interesting, if you follow that etymology of the language, the actual meaning behind it is, who likes being woken up abruptly or aggressively? Pretty much no one. So if you think about it from that lens, that's not really the path to follow. Here's the way. It's to actually focus on yourself. Like I said, I literally brought, in 2023, I brought my brother traveling with me for 2 months all around Europe. I was introducing him to 6, 7, 8-figure entrepreneurs, meeting all these outstanding people all around the world. And by all means, we had an incredible time. And not until nearly the end, when we were in Italy with one of my great friends, shout out to brother Henry Purchase, go check out his channel. But Henry Purchase did me an incredible favor, indeed, by simply asking my brother, Heath, what would it take, to preface, the reason I was traveling with brother to try to get him into the online world. And I was just showing him and introducing him to all these people, thinking, like me, that by meeting these people, he would be inspired and want to do the same and want to get into the online world like, I am his brother and all these people he's meeting. But that wasn't working too well or wasn't extremely convincing. And Henry really helped me here by asking my brother, Heath, what do you think it would take for you to get into online business like your brother is? And his answer was just obviously tremendously helpful, and really was the key to the kingdom in terms of understanding, not just for my brother, but for everyone else in my family and my friends that I wanted to positively inspire and get into, whether that be a more positive relationship with health or doing better things or into the online world. My brother answered, I want to see Will doing these things, making $1 million whatsoever. And yeah, I was able to travel with my brother and go all around the world, but I haven't made my first $1 million yet. And so that was when it was, boom, the most effective thing that I could do is actually improve myself, build more authority by improving my own capability. And the same thing was true at home. When I asked my dad or talking with my dad, interesting for him, before he actually even listens to something outside of making money, like health, for example, and exercising and whatnot, one of it, and I'm not saying this is the right approach to emulate, but his way is, okay, he wants to see capability. And for him, that means producing income and financial capability, right? So before I could even influence him on the health side of things, I needed to become more capable on the financial side of things to where my dad viewed it from a positive side. And if I'm trying to help my parents with their health, and I personally don't have, an absolutely dialed in physique, abs, etc., right? That's actually, I don't have as much authority as if I did have that as physique. So it serves me more by building my own capability, by improving my physique and just improving myself overall, because the goal is to build your authority behind them to more positively influence yourself. And so that's the way to positively influence your friends, your family, your relationships, whoever else, right? Is to get the absolute primo level of yourself and keep doing it, because in that process, I'm not saying, maybe for some it's you make your first $1,000 online. Maybe for some it's, you get abs, or they see you be less fat, right? Not fat anymore, or more athletic, or you're making better decisions, and people see enough change that they're like, oh, Will, like what's going on here? Or, what's going on? And so the most helpful thing is to work on yourself. And now I say here today, it's been 2 years. It's been more than 2 years where I've been trying to get my dad to work on it, to get in the gym and things along those lines, be healthier. But within the past 2 weeks, I couldn't exactly label this was the keystone. I'm going to ask him when I get home. He may not tell me, but I couldn't exactly label like, oh, I did this, and that made him want to get in the gym. But he's been in the gym for 2.5 weeks giving family updates. Hey, I trained this. Hey, I did this, which has been a goal of mine for years and years now, even since I was playing basketball in high school, more than 10 years ago, right? And it's incredible. And I know I was a positive influence there. And so for some of those people, they might be more stubborn than others, but the best thing you can do is prove your own impossible, right? Do things that they think, oh, this guy can't do. Build that capability and build and seek to restore that authority in yourself, because the way you help spread the light to others is not by lighting them on fire, right? It's actually making your fire grow more, or making your light brighter, right? Because there's, what works is trying to turn all the lights at one time, or what immediately makes a room brighter is just turning on one single light. So by you being that one single light in a dark room and growing your brightness, you can reach more people. And, to give an example here, like imagine the most stubborn light bulb is all the way turned off in the corner, right? That's your most stubborn person who you want to help improve. If you turn on your light in the beginning where you're just starting to get a little bit, that light may only reach a couple feet when you need to reach 15 feet away. So how do you do that? You improve your own radiance. You become better yourself. You build your capability there. And so that's the way you help those you love. If you have any questions, hit me in the comments below, in the DMs. This is something obviously I'm very, very passionate about and continuing to do for my family, my friends, and those around me. So I would love to hear your results or help in any way I can. Please comments or hit me on IG. Y'all know it'll be link in the description below. Blessings.